Your bank is about to become obsolete. Here's what replaces it. It used to be that a bank was the centerpiece of your financial life. It held your money, issued your loans, and approved your transactions. But in the world we're moving into now, that model isn't just outdated, it's on the verge of extinction. Because the reality is, you no longer need a bank to do the things banks were created for. We're entering a new era where decentralized technology makes it possible to move, hold, lend, and grow your money entirely from your phone, instantly, globally, and without a single middleman. Let's start with one of the most obvious banking frustrations: payments. In 2025, most bank transfers still take 3 to 5 business days to settle. That's not a system limitation, that's intentional friction built into a bloated, outdated infrastructure. If you send money on a Friday, it might not clear until Tuesday, and that's assuming there's no holiday in between. But that kind of delay is now completely unnecessary. Technologies like XRP and Stellar Lumens XLM are able to move money across the world in under 5 seconds for a fraction of a cent. That means you can send value to anyone, anywhere, at any time, without waiting for a banker to approve it or for a clearinghouse to batch it. No closing hours.
No weekends.
No holidays. Just money that moves when you want it to. This isn't a future dream. This is already here. There are thousands of people today using decentralized wallets instead of bank accounts. They're storing their wealth in digital assets, transacting directly with each other, and bypassing the limitations of legacy finance altogether. It's not just about speed. It's about access. Traditional banks are gatekeepers. If you don't have a good credit score or high income or the right documentation, they can deny you access to your own economy. But with decentralized finance, the rules are different. You don't need permission. You just need connection. Imagine needing a loan. In the old system, you fill out paperwork, get interrogated, and wait days or weeks for approval, only to be told no. But in the decentralized world, loans can be issued via smart contracts. You post collateral, agree to the terms, and receive the funds in minutes.
No banker. No judgment. No delay.
The infrastructure for this is already live. Platforms are emerging that allow you to borrow, lend, stake, and earn directly from your phone. It's not just about decentralization for decentralization's sake. It's about efficiency, fairness, and global inclusion. Because here's the truth. Billions of people around the world don't have access to traditional banking. Not because they're irresponsible, but because the system was never designed for them. It was built around geography, privilege, and profit. But with decentralized finance, all you need is a smartphone and a network connection. That levels the playing field in a way we've never seen before. Assets like XRP and XLM aren't just alternatives, they're upgrades. They're programmable, transparent, and built for a digital-first world. They eliminate the need for middlemen, reduce friction, and empower individuals to be their own bank. And it doesn't stop with payments and loans. In the bankless future, your wallet becomes your hub. You'll be able to store stable value, earn interest, access insurance, verify identity, and participate in global economies, all without handing control over to an institution. Your phone becomes your financial headquarters. You decide what to do with your money, where to send it, and how to grow it. Banks are still trying to keep up, launching apps, digitizing services, and offering higher yields. But they can't compete with protocols that are faster, cheaper, and built on open infrastructure. They're trying to adapt to a world that has already moved on. And deep down, they know it. The next generation isn't signing up for bank accounts. They're downloading crypto wallets. They're transacting peer-to-peer. They're earning in real time and moving value without permission. The bank branch isn't just unnecessary, it's irrelevant. What's being built right now is more than a technology shift. It's a power shift. When you remove the institutions that charge fees to hold your money, delay your payments, and lend your deposits to others without sharing the profits, you change the entire game. You eliminate friction. You restore autonomy. You free up financial energy that was previously locked in a slow, expensive system. And that unlocks a new kind of wealth, one that's borderless, 24/7, and owned by the people who use it. So what replaces the bank? Not another institution, but a network, a protocol, a tool set that lives on your device and answers only to code, not to bureaucracy, politics, or corporate interest. This is what makes XRP and Stellar so powerful. They aren't just coins. They're rails, foundations, Financial internet infrastructure that's replacing the rusty plumbing of the past with lightning-fast, censorship-resistant settlement layers. In this world, you don't need permission to participate. You don't need approval to succeed. You just need the willingness to learn and the vision to move early. Because the old system isn't going to announce its death. It will fade, quietly, slowly, until one day it's just gone. And when that moment comes, those who understood what was coming won't be surprised. They'll already be free. And if you're ready to step fully into that freedom, subscribe to Wealth Signal. We'll show you how to build, grow, and protect your wealth in the new financial world before the old one fades completely. This transformation doesn't just affect individuals, it reshapes entire industries. Businesses that once relied on banks to process payrolls, settle international invoices, or handle vendor payments are discovering decentralized systems that work faster, cost less, and require no intermediaries. Settlement delays that once froze working capital for days are now eliminated. With XRP and Stellar, a global payment can be completed in under 5 seconds. Not just between users, but between corporations, governments, and financial networks. That kind of efficiency doesn't just reduce costs, it unlocks entirely new business models. Even charitable giving is changing. Instead of routing donations through multiple banks and international intermediaries, nonprofits are using blockchain rails to send aid directly to communities in need. The money arrives instantly. It's traceable, and no portion of it is lost to hidden fees or bureaucratic bottlenecks. And let's talk about security. One of the biggest myths banks have relied on is the idea that your money is safer with them. But in the digital age, centralized systems are frequent targets for breaches and fraud. With decentralized wallets, your assets are encrypted, secured by private keys, and stored in systems where you, and only you, control access. Smart contracts are removing the need for trust-based intermediaries. Agreements can be written directly into code, removing ambiguity and reducing disputes. Need to send funds only if a condition is met? Done. Want escrow assets or services are rendered? No problem. The rules are built into the transaction itself, and because of this, banking licenses no longer equate to financial power. Code does. The new banks aren't institutions. They're lines of open-source logic deployed across unstoppable networks. Anyone with internet access can use them. Anyone with curiosity can build on them. That means the next major financial platforms won't be skyscrapers. They'll be protocols run by communities, governed by transparency, and open to the world. No vaults, no tellers, no branches, just access, efficiency, and autonomy. This is the destiny that traditional banks are now forced to acknowledge. Some are resisting. Others are quietly adopting blockchain behind the scenes. But none of them can stop what's already begun. The question is not whether banks will become obsolete. The question is how quickly the rest of the world will realize it, because once the benefits become obvious, once people experience instant transfers, 24/7 liquidity, and borderless freedom, and if you're ready to step fully into that freedom, subscribe to Wealth Signal. We'll show you how to build, grow, and protect your wealth in the new financial world before the old one fades completely.